First item on the agenda is a roll call, please. Present. Present.
Present.
Present.
Present.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of January 19th, 2023. Can you please just take a few minutes and look over them? And if you have any questions, just bring them up, please. Any questions on the minutes? Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Yeah, and to approve the absences.
Excuse me?
The absences as well, right?
Or do we have to
Yeah.
approve the absences too? Okay, so we're also looking at action on excusing of any absent members.
I so move.
Do I have a motion to approve the minutes and excuse members?
I so move
Olga moves,
to excuse the members.
and may I have a second?
I second.
Claudia seconds the motions. Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is the presentation of the director's report. And we have, I think, Mr. Singletary.
Yes, good afternoon. Mike Singletary, I'm the library branch manager. I'm standing in for Adolfo Garcia, who's currently stuck in traffic. So I'll be reading the director's report today. We're going to start off with the library statistics. For the end of February 2023, the DRC library gate count was 10,498. The main library gate count was 45,332. DRC circulation, 4,041. And main library circulation, 15,921. DRC library revenue, we made $2,540. And library revenue is 16,582. Cafe, revenue from the cafe is 6,263. And current library finances, the amount budgeted for the year was $1,719,300. And year-to-date expenses, we've spent $574,185. So that's 33% used. And the finances go all the way to October 2024. So 2024, yeah. Library recap. We received the Libraries and Excellence Award from the Texas Municipal Library, the TMLDA. So it's an award given to libraries for their excellence. And were you going to talk about the award? Or? Okay. Brianna, our children's librarian, is one of the main persons that applied for this award, and she put the report together, and she submitted the report. So
Congratulations.
we received it for 2022. We're really proud of it, and we've posted stickers, and we received plaques, and we've posted them up at the both libraries. So Adolfo was really proud of it. I'm pretty sure he's not liking that he's not letting you all know. but yeah, it was a really nice award. We had a Dr. Seuss celebration for this year. It was well attended. Miss Brianna is going to talk about that as well. She has all the statistics having to do with the Dr. Seuss. We had it at the Development and Research Center. And we utilize the entire center. We use the exhibit hall on the north side. We use the conference room, and we use the library as well. So we had several hundred people attend that that event. Um, a little bit of bad news: the north side facility will not be a computer lab run by the library. I know Adolfo had mentioned that the computer lab was going to be ours, but the plans have changed, and now the computer lab belongs to IT, the
To who?
the innovation and technology department.
The
Oh,
IT,
okay.
IT
Yeah, IT
department.
department. So they've taken over.
So they picked up the north side location.
Right, right. So that's kind of a little bit of bad news. Um, the library will be sending staff to the the Texas Library Association in Austin, the TLA, the yearly conference that they have for libraries. They'll be sending 5 full-time employees, including Adolfo, and that's going to be happening in April. April 20, April 19. They'll be over there for a few days.
And that's a yearly.
Yes, that's a yearly. I think this is the first year they've actually been in person. The previous
Oh,
years
okay.
they've
So
done
they're virtual.
online, and they've done, I think, half and half, half in person, half online. But now it's all in person. So they've opened it up. Yeah. We had a new program, Library Explorer Adventure Pack. It's now available at the library. The launch was today, and Ms. Bree is going to talk about that as well, because it deals with backpacks that people can check out for outdoor activities, such as fishing, hiking, um, geological surveying, stargazing, bird watching.
Wow.
So those backpacks are available for checkout. We received the grant for Family Place Library designation from the TSLAC, and that's money going towards the children's department to provide services for families. Yeah, not really sure. Well, Miss Bree is going to talk about it, right? Okay. Uh, okay. New special projects for Maine and the DRC. We're gonna update emergency lighting. At the main library, they're gonna do a deep carpet cleaning in children's. And soon the entire library, they hired part-time staff for Northside Library. Um, so they hired 2 part-time staff for the library that we're not in charge of anymore. So they're just gonna get incorporated into the main library here. So I think
Oh, okay.
the children's department is gonna get 1 part-timer, and the circulation is gonna get 1 part-timer, or are they gonna be floating? I'm not really, okay, they're rotating. So they're gonna be floaters, I guess, where needed. The next large event that we have is the Easter extravaganza.
Where is that going to be at?
It's gonna be on the park on Moore Road, where the Peter Piper is,
Oh.
across from the police station. So, yes, the sports complex. Yeah, there. So that gives us enough space to have a field for every age group. So, because it's kind of a big event. We have tens of thousands of eggs.
Yes.
So,
So it's on Moore Road, you said?
on Moore Road. Yes, I believe our flyer is currently up on Facebook. Yeah, and we have a copy of it. Is
I
there
take
one
my
in-
little one to that one, that's why.
Yes. And Adolfo was playing around with the idea of having an adult Easter egg hunt.
Oh.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So it'll be toddlers, teens, and then adults. So people can get even more excited.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question on the
Yes.
Achievement of Excellence Award.
Yes,
Did you all receive it at a conference or was it
No.
They just send it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We.
Would it be nice to have
We
received
have,
it?
we applied for it and they reviewed our application
Okay.
and we
What
received
did
it.
they do the first, because I know I got called to, I got invited to it, right? They were going to present it.
Yes,
But
we
I don't know
presented
when-
it
I
here,
couldn't
one of
come.
the commissioners' meetings.
I must
I'm
see.
not really sure which day it was,
Commissioners meeting.
but yeah,
They were gonna
they made a
present it.
proclamation
Oh,
and
okay.
they,
We were here,
Oh, yeah, we were here.
Olga and
Oh,
myself,
yes, I wanted to
and
come.
I think it
And
was
Mary-
really
Mary
early, so I
invited us.
couldn't
Mary as
come.
well.
Yeah, I was at
it was
4.
very nice. It was a nice presentation, yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
and I think that's about it for the director's report.
Thank you.
And you keep talking.
And now I'm gonna pass it to myself
To yourself.
for the DRC events at the DRC. So events held at the DRC for the month of January. Well, first and foremost, January is the month marking our 5-year anniversary at the DRC. So the DRC has been open for 5 years now, even though
How
2
time
years.
flies.
Yes. Even though for 2 years we were sort of limited service and limited occupancy and all that, but yeah, for 5 years, we opened on January 13, I believe, in 2018. So, so the events on January 4th, we had the City of Pharr Risk Management meeting, or it had a safety meeting. January 5th, we had Customs and Border Protection have a meeting in our conference room. January 12, 19, and 26, we had the Pharr Bridge Connect. January 16th, we had a nonprofit organization called Border Perspective. They've used our meeting room for their meetings, and it's a nonprofit organization. I believe it's with a church, and they do a lot of they help out a lot with undocumented, the caravans that come down. They provide services like they bring shoes and clothing and blankets and things for the people coming up from the south. And they've started using our conference room. For the month of February, February 2nd, we had CBP. February 8th, we had UTRGV mobile health unit come out and do health screenings. February 9th, we had another Bridge Connect. February 13th and 14th, we had Pharr University.
What is Pharr University?
It's an employee training.
Oh, okay.
It's training for city employees. It's mandatory for all employees. So I believe it's 2 days,
Mhm.
and there's 2 sessions in each days. We have it in the exhibit hall, so we have like about 100 people in there for every session. February 17th, we had the Pharr Employee Health Fair, and I included some pictures there of our health fair. They also did a lot of screenings they did blood work, and they did liver. They did some sort of liver screening, and they provided vegetables and fruits for employees. It was a good health fair. That was there in our exhibit hall as well. February 18th, we had the Pharr Animal Control and the Valley Animal Hospital do a vaccination clinic. I provided the flyer that they had for that. So that was done outside in our parking lot. So the people would just drive up, bring their dogs and animals, and they get vaccinated. February 20th, there's another Border Perspective meeting. February 22nd, we had the Bridge Connect. February 23rd, we had Hidalgo ISD. Their Salinas Elementary, they came over for a field trip. And for that one, I believe Children's hosted them, right? Children's hosted them, so they did a craft and they did story time and all that stuff with them. February 24th, we had Idea Pharr Their high school. I think they just needed a place to bring the kids while the other students did star testing or mock star testing. And February 28th, there was a well care banquet. Um, that's like a health insurance. They had like a large banquet with food and things like that. And that's it for the DRC events.
Going back to that plant, that Pharr Animal Control and
Yes, ma'am.
Vaccination Clinic, do you
Yes.
have it often there or is it just, do
They
you have a schedule for that?
No,
No?
well, they have it in several places. They have it there at the DRC. They also have it at I believe they have it at the Pepe Salinas and they have it at the event center.
But how often?
I think it's only once a year.
Yeah,
only once a year?
Once
Yeah.
or twice a year. Yeah.
And they stayed in the cars, like?
No,
Never
no.
in the
Well,
cars?
they had
Oh,
to
they had to get out?
they had to get out.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, they had to get out. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very limited. Like there's only 250 spaces at
Mhm.
each location and it's $10. So as soon as you see because I did it with my pet last year, like as soon as and I was like number 240 and it was like in one day, all 250 spaces. So I couldn't bring mine this year because they ran out of spaces in all three locations. Because it was 3 different Saturdays in 3 different locations.
Right.
It's a large population.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
It used to-
it was responsible.
Yeah.
it
Pet
didn't-
owners also. but-
It didn't used to be like that. I mean,
Yeah.
Good information.
And now I'm gonna hand it off to Julie.
Now, do any of these organizations that use it, do you charge them a fee or they're
No,
all
no,
free? Everything's free.
The way it works out is for the room for the organization to
rooms.
get charged, they would have to be not a nonprofit.
Okay.
So for Monday through Friday morning, we open it up for nonprofits since the rooms are alone by themselves.
Mhm.
We open it up to city organizations, school organizations,
Okay.
and nonprofit 401c3 organizations
Up to what time?
during our working hours.
Just during
So
the
from 8 till 7. And then and then in the weekend, Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday, the rooms get rented out for parties, quinceañeras, and things like that.
Oh, really?
That's
didn't know that.
through the Parks and Recreation Department.
Wow.
So that way the rooms can get utilized. If not during the week, they'll just be empty.
So good. They're being put to good use.
Right.
All of these organizations seem to be very
Right.
good for the community.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. So right now I bring her up. So right now I'm gonna bring up our new reference reference supervisor. Her name is Paola, and she's gonna do
Reference supervisor.
yes,
Reference department.
yes. Carlos left,
Yes.
and now we hired Guadalupe hired Paola to be the supervisor. So I'm gonna leave her to do her report.
Okay. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, members of the City of Pharr Library Board. My name is Paula Del Angel, and I am the new reference supervisor. I worked as a reference assistant at the Pharr Memorial Library from 2017 to 2020. On May 2020, however, my family and I moved to Austin. During that time, I finished my bachelor's in multidisciplinary studies with minors in art, English, and Spanish, thanks to the online modality offered by the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. And just recently, I was accepted to the Library and Information Studies program at Texas Women's University, where I intend to complete my Master of Library Science degree. While living in Central Texas, I visited more than a dozen libraries and experienced firsthand how they organize and interact with patrons through a variety of programs and services. Now, I'm proud to be back home in the Rio Grande Valley, where I envision a career dedicated to serve my community and I'm thankful to have been given the opportunity once again here at the City of Pharr.
Welcome
Thank
aboard.
you. And so for January, um, it was kind of hard for the reference team to come up with a program. So that month we just kind of transitioned into February when I got the opportunity to work with you. And so on February, the reference department had offered a grab and go activity for both teens and adults, consisting of a Valentine's themed card making craft. I believe Mr. Garcia had talked about it uh, um, before prior meeting. And then we also Mr. Garcia, our library director, he presented a timeline created by the reference department uh, in which we include images and a listing of important events that range from the founding of the city of Pharr to its present time. We had an attendance of almost 100 people from the Texas Trails RV Resort, and the event was held inside the resort's auditorium. We raffled 5 books to the public and gifted city coins to honor the service of veterans and their families. So that was a good event, and it was a good turnout. For March, the reference department has developed a teen and adult calendar, which is key in promoting our library's programs to the public. And I believe you have a copy of that. Uh, we are continuing to work on it and developing so that it can be folded, and we can also include more information on other services and activities that we hold at the library. For example, we're including also, we're promoting our circulation and reference book displays that we have for the month of March. And we're also displaying and promoting our borrowing cloud library, the digital library that we're partnered with. And so I can give you an updated flyer as well. I can give you that one. And for March, we have developed a couple of teen programs now. We just recently had a showing of a Japanese animated movie, which is called Anime. And it's gonna be ongoing on a monthly basis, once a month. And we had a good turnout to be the first one. We had about five five teams showing up, so that was reasonable for a first one. And so we're happy to continue to promote those as well. Spring Break Teen Collage Challenge, that's happening right now. That's something that's just started last week, and it's gonna continue through the weekend. And then hopefully we're gonna have more teens signing up for that one. And we plan to raffle a set of manga drawing markers, so to create more manga for them. So they are interested in those type of illustrating and drawing type of crafts. And so that's what we're providing for them. For adults, we have developed a Vamos a Platicar or Let's Talk biweekly program that's going to happen every first and third Wednesday of the month. And that is an initiative aiming to fulfill 3 main goals. One is to help language learners, both English and Spanish, practice their speaking and listening skills. The other one is to talk to patrons and listen to their input on what programs and activities they like to see happening at the library. So we want to listen to what they want to see happening there. And then also, last but not least, to bring our community together by engaging in meaningful conversations. So we want to provide a safe space for that to happen in our community. We also have a crossword puzzle and spring wreath raffle coming up next week, and a grab and go coloring pages for adults. Whoever wants to just go by the reference desk, they can pick one up and just take it home or work in there at the library. And for April, we're gonna have a couple of teen programs as well. We're gonna continue with the monthly showing of anime. We're going to have an Easter egg decorating craft. That's gonna be a dual activity with adults. One day it's gonna be for teens and adults, and then the other day is just gonna be adults only. In case they wanna come together as a family, they can work on it. And then a do-it-yourself duct tape wallet for the teens, so they can learn how to create their own wallets, customize them. And for the adults, we're gonna have again the Vamos a Platicar, Let's Talk biweekly program. along with the Easter egg decorating craft and a grab and go watercolor kit, and hopefully talk an art talk, a quick 45-minute talk about watercolors and a little I guess showing of the technique as well. And also wanted to share with you our I know that I included current goals for programs, right? The current goals are to reactivate the teen and adult programs, which is what we're trying to do at this point. We also want to be consistent with time and location, so that patrons are aware that we're having these programs now, and that they have this idea that it's gonna be on a continuing, right? And so they can show up, hopefully. Continue to show up. And then observe and learn, as well as adjust to audience and language is needed. Because since we're a bilingual community, we have to see who's coming, right? Whether it's more English speaking audiences or Spanish speaking or both. So we have to adapt to who is going to show up and provide services according programs and services according to our patrons' needs as well.
I know you just started this program, but what's the attendance on this program? How does it look for the Vamos a Platicar?
So
Are you getting-
it lasts an hour. It's for an hour.
Yes, but are people coming in for this one?
Oh, well, since it barely started, people
I know
are
it's barely
barely being
Yeah,
aware, finding
Because
out
I think
that,
this is something that's really needed here, because a lot of people are wanting to learn to speak either English or Spanish, either way.
Mhm.
I think that's a very good program.
In the
Hopefully
future,
it'll build
yes.
up.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
it'll build up.
Thank you. In the future, we hope to have volunteers from our own community, maybe teachers, retired teachers, or other people who are well prepared to teach a class. As of right now, since it's just going to be the staff, we'll do our best, because we also have degrees or background, with dealing with bilingual or grammar. But we'll do our best to guide it as best as possible. Mhm. And so, did you have any other questions as far as that goes?
Any questions on that?
No.
Any more comments?
So, just our future goals, just three quick future goals. We hope to reactivate the Galleria exhibitions and events as well downstairs. We hope to bring more art to the library, and increase attendance and marketing strategies, of course, so that more people are
Mhm.
coming in. And lastly, engage the community. Again, engage the community, increase outreach, partnership with other associations and nonprofits, and create schools as well, schools, and create partnerships again with local associations. That would be it for the reference departments.
On this reactivate gallery exhibitions and events, what kind of speakers maybe? events?
Author talks, like writers, book authors, also visual artists, painters, hopefully printmakers, other sculptures, hopefully. Poet, I know that in the past poetry, we've had events where we have somebody, a local poet, share their poetry as well. So hopefully music in the future as well. And we're always open to suggestions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any other comments? No? Thank you, ma'am. And welcome again to our library system.
Mhm. So now I want to introduce Miss Brianna from Children's. She's going to be talking about the children's events at both the main library and the BRC.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here to discuss the important things our library is doing. So first, as Mike mentioned, we did receive the Libraries and Excellence Award. We are very, very, very excited to be receiving this award. What this entails is the award judged our programming, the digital services we offer, as well as our marketing efforts, how we promote all of our programs and things of that nature. It was a very rigorous application. I believe it had a total of 15 questions that included multi-part answers, as well as pictures for every single question. So again, it was very, very rigorous. We are beyond excited and honored to have received this award. We also have received the Family Place Library Grant. Our grant award total is $7,400. Some of that money will be going towards sending at least 2 of our library staff to training in Buda, Texas for the Family Place Library, for becoming a Family Place Library. This will entail creating more programs tailored towards families or potential foster or adopted families. Also towards creating parenting classes, maybe for parents of children with special needs or things of that nature to help them out with whatever their needs may be. We're very excited to be turning over this new leaf in our library and in our children's department and seeing, what we can do to further help our community. We're very excited for that. Did you have any questions about those awards? Thank you very much. We're very, very
This is the first year,
excited.
right?
This is the
first year
first year we've received the Libraries and Excellence Award, I
Yeah.
believe, and also the first year that we've received the Family Place Libraries grant. We're very excited.
Good job.
Thank you. And as
that
Mike,
training,
I'm sorry?
Brianna, that training in Buda, it's what is it? I mean, is it something that happens occasionally, or is it just they go there just to see what they're doing there, or what is it?
So there's going to be librarians from the Middle Country Public Library in New York coming to this training to help us learn how to do what they're doing. They are the premier family place library. They're the one that we will be trying to replicate here in the Valley. So they're going to be teaching us a little bit about what they do, as well as the Buda Public Librarians. They'll be teaching us about how their programs and how they have implemented the family place practices. We're very excited. It will be myself and Mr. Garcia attending this training and possibly one other staff member.
Oh, good. Great job. Good.
And then Mike also, he proofread the application for the Libraries and Excellence Award. So we're really excited that it was a great team effort and something that we all worked together to achieve. We're very excited. Are there any other questions about those awards? Excellent. And then
Congratulations.
thank you
And
very
let's keep
much.
them coming.
Yes,
Those
hopefully.
grants, those grants come in handy.
Yes,
Yes.
they really truly do. Speaking of that, we actually have just kickstarted another program. It's called the Library Explorers Adventure Pack program, as Mike mentioned, or LEAP. You don't want to say all those really long words all together. We call it the LEAP program. We had our kickoff event today, actually right before this meeting, and I'm very proud to announce we had a total of 125 people come into our children's department to celebrate this with us. And we have a total of 5 different backpacks. Our topics are stargazing, beachcombing, fish and fishing, birds and birding, and geocaching, like rocks and minerals, all that cool stuff. All 5 of our backpacks got checked out within about 3 minutes of being available to be checked out. So they should be back in about 2 weeks if you guys would like to stop by and check them out, either for your little ones or for yourself. They do feature, they serve as also a free pass to get into any state park locally. That includes Benson State Park, Esteriano Grande, and I believe also the state park in Brownsville and the birding center in South Padre Island has just recently agreed to allow those to be free passage, into their park.
Oh, wow, that's good.
So it's a really wonderful program. It was funded entirely by the Driscoll Health Plan. And that's not just a program for our library, that is for 8 libraries within the county between Hidalgo and Cameron County. Moving into the Children's Department report, I do have some information on our January events. We had a total of 42 programs throughout the month of January. It was a very busy time in the Children's Department with a total of 786 program attendees between both the Children's Department and at the main branch library and the Development and Research Center. We have seen a very steady and very quick increase in our programs here at the main branch and a slow but steady increase in our programs at the Development and Research Center. We're currently working on curating programs specifically geared towards our South Branch Library. And hopefully we'll have some more fun stuff going on there pretty soon. On here, there's also copies of our January calendars for your reference. As I said, it was a very, very busy month in the Children's Department. And we also offer our calendars in Spanish. Moving on to February, we had a Valentine's card workshop at the main branch library with local artist Sue Ann Goings. She is very great with the kids. The kids love to get to work with a real artist. They're always so excited to show off their artwork to her. We had a total of 32 children attend that event, which was an all-time high for a workshop with Miss Goings. She was excited and we were also very excited. We also had 5 tour inquiries and 3 of those followed up to be completed. As Mike mentioned, we did have one at the Development and Research Center on February 23rd. We had roughly 96 students attend that tour, and that included them going into our South Branch Library to check out what we have there. We had crafts and games in the exhibit hall, as well as another additional craft in the conference rooms. And we also have our February calendars in English and Spanish on here. And then also there's the flyer for our Valentine's Day card workshop for your reference. And some lovely pictures of all of the smiling faces that I was able to capture before things got too crazy while we were there. We had quite a few kids. And as you can see, they love getting to sit down and talk to Miss Goings. Before they leave, everyone makes sure they show her what they have done. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to encourage their love of art and to make them feel empowered to continue to create art. March kicked off with our Dr. Seuss birthday celebration. We had a total of 543 in attendance at this event. It was a lot of fun. We had story time with Cat in the Hat. We had a total of 15 community partners attend. This varies from city departments to other organizations within the area. We also had crafts. We had a little dance floor run by volunteers from the T-STEM High School. I think that was some of the kids' favorite parts. They love to go in there and do the YMCA with some disco lights flashing around them. It was great. And then our total student volunteers signed up was 80. We had around 60. We had one school that wasn't able to make it, but it was still great fun. Our LEAP program media launch, we were specifically requested to host the media launch, which was aired on TV for announcing that Driscoll was going to be funding the entire program. So we offered this in our North Star facility, which is hosted by the reference department. And we had, I believe, roughly 20 people in attendance. And it was wonderful. It was just an opportunity for us to thank the Driscoll Health Plan for funding this amazing program. And going on right now, we have our lovely Spring Break Decade Days. Today's 80s Day, so if you would like to stop by and listen to some 80s music for a little bit, we're open until 9. Yesterday was 70s Day, and that was fun as well. Tomorrow is 90s Day. We will be making friendship bracelets reminiscent of the ones that you would have made at like summer camp in the 90s. And then, of course, today was the LEAP program launch. Again, we had 125 people in attendance. That's a rough count. My staff was totaling up some of the tickets that we had, so there may be more. We'll see. I will let you all know when we have a finalized count.
That was today's event, right?
Yes, that was today. It was
From
right
what
before this meeting. It was
From what time to what time is tomorrow's event?
Tomorrow is going to be an all-day event.
It's an all-day event.
Yes, ma'am. And then we'll be playing music as well. And if you have any movie requests from the 90s, let us know and we will play them. On here, we also have a copy of our current March calendar. As I've previously mentioned, we now offer it 2 to 3 weeks at a time. I have copies of our updated one here for you. It includes a toddler time that we have next week with a local author, Isais Rodriguez. He has published, I believe, 4 books, and he's coming to do a toddler time with us. And we're very, very excited to have him at our library. This also has a flyer for our Cascarone workshop, which is going to be on March 25th at 10 a.m. with Miss Rosalinda Cano. We're going to be serving around 15 children for this event. It is a free workshop. So we're very excited for that as well. And then the middle fold is our Easter extravaganza. It is April 1st at the Sports Complex on Moore Road, right across from the police station and Peter Piper Pizza. There will be lots of signs pointing towards it. So if you guys would like to attend, it should be pretty easy to find. All right. Did you all have any questions about our ongoing programs or projects?
You all have been busy.
It is a very busy time at the library, and
A
it's
lot of
only
new
going to
programs,
get
huh?
busier as we go
Wonderful.
towards the summer.
And it's so nice going in there. I love it. I took my
Thank you.
great grandsons and I was
Wonderful.
coloring too. And
Oh, yes, I
it's-
love to
it's
sit and
just
color
so
with
much
the kids, too.
fun, and the
It
way
is.
it's decorated and everything.
Oh, he made
You
it.
made it.
We work very hard to create a welcoming environment for the children. After Easter, we will be decorating for summer. So it will be
What is the summer's theme?
the summer's theme is all together now, which is a combination of community and friendship and helping one another. We are going to be, for our decorations, we'll be focusing on friends from literature featuring the books that we have in our collection, such as Winnie the Pooh and the Friends in the 100-Acre Wood, Frog and Toad, and several other literary friends. That we're really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that the kids will be able to help us with our decorations. My plan and vision for right now is to possibly assign some of our kiddos a wall for them to help us paint. So yes, it'll be a lot of fun.
Very nice.
But yes, and I do have copies of calendars for you as well. I can go ahead and give these to you after the meeting is
Yes,
over.
thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions, any comments? Anyone?
Great job on everything y'all are doing.
Excellent work.
And I wish Mrs. Escobar had been here because she would have been very happy to hear about that award and about that grant that you all got. And
Yes.
the conference that you all are attending, I think
Yes.
it's a really good idea to get out there and see what other people are doing because, I mean, some people out there have so many good ideas that
Oh,
we
yes.
never thought about, and then we can just bring them over.
Yes, of course. I know last year, one of my staff members and I attended the San Antonio Book Festival, and in doing so, we visited, I believe, 3 of the San Antonio libraries that we could get to, and we actually did use some of the ideas that they had there, including
Yeah.
their book bundles. It's a group of 3 or 4 books that are about the same topics. It has increased our checkouts of children's books, so we're really excited about
I can relate to it as teachers. For most of us here, I
Oh,
think
yes.
have that, we go to the staff development somewhere, conferences, and we bring back ideas.
Yes,
And
of
we
course.
implement the ideas. And I think that's going to be really good for you all.
Yes, we're very excited.
Thank you so much for
Thank
you
you so
do,
much.
what you've done. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Well, do I hear a motion to adjourn? Anita.
I don't know if Mr. Garcia had something to say. He
Mr.
just
Garcia,
walked
do
in.
you have something to share with us? I'm sorry. I saw you and I didn't think of it. Thank you,
Sorry, it's-
Atalia, for
No
reminding
problem.
me.
Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Got stuck in, this traffic.
I hadn't
of
even seen you,
ours.
Mr. Garcia. For some reason, I was focusing on a young lady here.
Yes, some of the great things I'm sure my staff already covered. I want to thank you again for being part of the library board. We do have a lot of things coming up. I know Children's Supervisor Brianna already mentioned our Easter egg hunt. It's gonna bigger and better this year, so I hope to see you all there April 1st. We are going to have a lot of, the mayor will be there and all the other commissioners will certainly be there. So hope some of you are able to make it out. And she was mentioning San Antonio Book Festival. We are sending a couple more staff members again this year, and that one's going to be April 15th. And after that, of course, the Texas Library Association conference, and then the month after that, the training that on the Family Place Library. So a lot of things coming
Y'all
up
are really going
this
to be
this
busy.
spring. So again, thank you very much. I know you all take time away from your schedule to be here. I want to thank my staff and everybody else who's in the integral part of the library, who make things happen for our patrons.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, I mean, go ahead and proceed. I know
Señor.
you were at the last item of the agenda.
The next item, Anita made a motion to adjourn. Do I hear a second? A second. Motion passes.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
meeting's adjourned.
That's nice. They're moving along.